We're just about halfway through the season.
Here we go.
Some teams, Clark, playing great basketball right now.
And the real challenge is to maintain that if you're one of those teams, to continue to play at a high level, to continue to trust and put in the work to perform.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. Manning the backcourt, it'll be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Hardaway Jr. and Finney-Smith make up the forward spots. And it's Powell in at the center position. Barrett against Hardaway. Pass to Randall. Now here's Brunson. Randall, a screen on Dinwiddie. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
You know, I've been around covering college and NBA basketball for decades, and I see more sons of former players than I used to. Jalen Brunson is not the first member of the Brunson family to play in the NBA. His dad, Rick, played 9 years in the league.
That free throw good from Brunson. And Jalen's already had a lot of success following in his father's footsteps.
You're exactly right, B.A. One of his proudest achievements was winning USA Basketball's Male Player of the Year in 2015. He dominated the Under-19 World Cup that year and led the U.S. team to the title.
Doncic outside, takes the 3. No good on the shot. So New York will take it the other way now. And the first season matchup for them against the Mavericks this year.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
And that one's good.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Dinwiddie outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This Mavericks team, Graham, they are loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Here's Brunson. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Powell. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Pass to Robinson. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. That shot is off. Dallas has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. And Doncic, here we go. Yes, it's good.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the mobile one drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Randall, a screen on Dinwiddie. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Finney-Smith. Brunson misses. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. With the drive, Doncic. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Capable of slicing his way to the basket, all Doncic needs is a sliver.
And there's the lob. And a big finish by Robinson.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
From deep, here's Doncic. He's off on that one. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Barrett passes to Robinson. Kept alive. Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Toppin, he's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Brunson. Dinwiddie outside. hits a three-pointer.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
Doncic against Rose. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Dinwiddie, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Deflected, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. So for the Knicks, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Randall, and quickly subbed in for Reddish. Kleba, he's checked in for Dallas. Bullock comes in for Dinwiddie. Barrett can't hit. Dallas has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. And it's Doncic missing.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control. Showing off with the floater game, not a shot you can swat.
Doncic against Rose. Doncic is doubled. Here's Bullock. Doncic with it. And Doncic hammers it home.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
And the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease. Now, that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing that results in a great look.
Here's Powell. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, for the Knicks, what's it going to take to bring them back to the glory days?
Oh, that's a loaded question, B.A. But first of all, a superstar would certainly help. They haven't really had one for quite some time. If they can either develop or attract an elite all-star player, that would be a start to turning this New York franchise around and becoming possibly a contender.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Kleba. The three ball. And Toppin pulls it down. And it's Rose penetrating. He can't hit that time. Doncic outside. The scoring is fast. Furious as we end the first. Knicks out in front, up by 4, and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
At the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cam Reddish. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for New York starting the second. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much, Brian. Well, the Knicks trying to find their way back to the playoffs. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, you can't look backwards and you can't look too far down the road. You just have to take a look at today, lock into what we have to do, and focus on how we can be better. Back to you.
No shortcuts to greatness, Allie. Thanks for that.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. Kleba passes to Dinwiddie. Kleba, screen on Brunson. Back to Kleba from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
As they say, live by the three, die by the three. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Dinwiddie gets the bucket. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I'd prefer the no call. I like that idea.
Wood, a screen on Brunson. Dinwiddie passes to Wood. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Well, you look at Wood, and it's versatility that makes him a tough cover inside and out.
Yeah, and Christian Wood moving here to the Mavs over the summer. Now, the Mavs knew they wanted more size, so they sent a number of players in exchange, but they got a deadly weapon to help them this season.
Barrett's checked in for New York. Randall outside. 5 to shoot. Screen by Robinson. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Dinwiddie against Reddish. Out to Kleba. This one for three. Knocks down the long J. Kleba's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Brunson against Dinwiddie. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks call time here.
You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
Give it up right now for the Knicks. Breaker Nashville.
Look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Bullock. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dinwiddie. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Now Brunson, 17 points in his last outing. The shot won't fall.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Doncic, no good. And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
That's so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
Robinson passes to Barrett, and he jams it home with authority.
B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and it'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. And, you know, what's most impressive about Luka Doncic is how fast he has become a bona fide star in this league. I mean, you get the feeling he's nowhere close to being done improving yet. But I believe those games at the highest level in Europe really prepared him to be a star in the NBA.
Here's Rose. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Robinson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Robinson's got 10 points.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of this one. And Luka's the kind of guy you build your team around, Clark.
Yeah, and I think this next step is being a franchise player that learns how to lead effectively. It's incredible how much he has already accomplished at such a young age, and his transition coming to the NBA from Europe has been, I think, surprisingly seamless.
Wood, a screen on Rose. Doncic passes to Powell. Robinson with a steal. Doncic against Rose. Up and over Doncic. Rose can't connect.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Looking to get it going. And Doncic with the lay-in. He's got 11.
Doncic, such a difficult matchup. Too big for a guard, too skilled for most wings. Luka is simply a problem in capital letters, exclamation point.
Barrett against Hardaway. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You know, sometimes we forget how young some of these guys are. Take R.J. Barrett, making his NBA debut at 19. Still a few years away from hitting his prime.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Rose against Doncic. Wood left side. He can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Toppin. New York has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And the Knicks miss again. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Doncic passes to Powell. Basket's good. Powell's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, Powell showing you right there that he can play through contact. Very physical and good concentration, too, to get that up and down.
Barrett against Hardaway. Out to Rose. And here's Toppin from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Toppin's got his second bucket on the night.
Knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
And Doncic puts up a deep 3. And the first half now in the books. Knicks out in front. They're up by 6. All right, Allie's ready to go. Allie, as always, thank you.
Greetings, folks. First up, let's see some scores from across the league. Okay, now time for 2K Trivia, one-on-one. Moving on, in that first half of basketball, things are looking pretty good for the Knicks. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, it's been quite a game for Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Hardaway Jr. and Finney-Smith make up the forward spots. Manning the backcourt, it'll be Doncic and Dinwiddie. And it's Powell in at the center position.
Yeah, ever since the Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012, the rivalry between the Nets and Knicks has intensified. Now, both teams trying to prove that New York belongs to them.
No good on the second free throw. It'll be hard for the Nets to take New York City away from the Knicks. They've been there so long.
That's so true, B.A. But the Nets have attracted more star players lately. Top free agents choosing to go to the Nets instead of the Knicks. We'll see if this trend continues moving on.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, Luka Doncic, an all-star from his second season, and every year he's one of the favorites for MVP. But Luka says, quote, I still haven't won anything, so I've got a long way to go. Brian, if you didn't catch it, team success is the metric. He says the key is to win a championship.
Well, he certainly gives them a chance to do just that, Allie. Thank you. Hardaway on the wing. Outside Finney-Smith. Off target with the 3. The Knicks with the lead. To the left side wing. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Finney-Smith. And Finney-Smith over to help. Barrett against Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Shot is good by Barrett. Barrett's got 6.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Doncic. Back to Dinwiddie. Outside Hardaway. Powell, a screen on Barrett. Hardaway, the pass to Doncic. Over Brunson. And Doncic the bucket on the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Dinwiddie against Brunson. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Barrett. Hardaway grabs the board. Hardaway's got 4 rebounds now. Doncic with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Dinwiddie outside. Doncic against Robinson. And Doncic with the jam.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. Outside for Randall. Screen by Robinson. Randall, pass to Robinson. Here's Reddish. Now pulls it in. The Mavericks trailing. Powell, a screen on Reddish. Pass to Powell. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for New York. Grimes comes in for Barrett.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Randall, a screen on Dinwiddie. Brunson against Dinwiddie, and the layup is good. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Making an impact. I love the aggression. Playing on that front foot and looking to expand their lead.
Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over.
It's your Knicks City answer.
For the Knicks, Toppin comes in for Julius Randle, and it's Derrick Rose in for Brunson. Christian Wood is checked in for Dallas. Bullock comes in for Doncic. Here's Bullock. Reddish covering. Launches a 3. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Powell sets a screen. Dinwiddie passes to Powell. Here's Reddish. The putback. It's good on the putback. And it's an 8-point New York lead.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Pass to Wood. Got a hand on it. Reddish against Hardaway. Here's Rose. Lays it up and banks it in. Rose has gotten his second bucket on the night. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for New York.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
And that one falls for Rose.
You know what? We've recently been able to watch a different Rose here. I mean, a better, more efficient, more confident player. Man, I love seeing that.
Quickly is checked in for Reddish. Rose can't connect.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Dinwiddie goes in. Oh, no good! Unable to end this run. The Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Rose, the pass to Quickly. 13 feet out. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 7 rebounds in the game. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Back to Quickly. And he lobs it up top. And out of bounds. The Mavericks will take it. Over the course of the last month, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. In third, New York.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you fouled them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Here's Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by New York.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Rose finds Toppin. Pass to Hartenstein. Quickly from outside. Wood grabs the board. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Dinwiddie passes to Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so it's the New York Knicks. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their key to consistency has been their dominant. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Toppin plays the 4 with Randall in at center. Jalen Brunson is out there with Cam Reddish. And it's Barrett in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Wood, a screen on Brunson. Here's Doncic. And he drops it in from the low post. Doncic has got 19 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Randall, a screen on Wood. Here's Brunson. And he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And here's Doncic outside. Another miss by Doncic. And here's New York now. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. The kick out to Brunson. Three-pointer. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Doncic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
Just such a terrific dunker.
And born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. To the paint. Here's Randall. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Randall's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Dallas calls time here. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Mitchell Robinson.
with the way he shot the ball, he had to be the choice. His percentage was fantastic, and he's just done a great job of finding space and taking advantage of every inch the defense gives him.
Boy, he gave them the leadership they needed tonight. They came in off a demoralizing loss, and he picked them right back up. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He's been really discouraged by their effort. He said, quote, "It's about want to, fighting through the adversity. Look at yourselves and ask, quote, what can I do to help us win?" He's laying down the challenge.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Reddish against Dinwiddie. Pass to Doncic. Banked it in off the glass. Doncic has got 6 here in the quarter.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Outside Brunson. And here's Randall. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And saying, you want a piece of this? Randall easily getting the better of that exchange.
Doncic passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 25 points.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Now here's Brunson. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Got a piece of it. And there's 1:45 left to play in the fourth. Dinwiddie outside. Offline with a 3.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Grant, you look at the playoffs last year. I mean, a lot of big-name stars struggled to deliver. Is that every year, or you think that was an anomaly?
You know, BA, I think it was a bit of an anomaly. I mean, I think you think what's happened in the league in the last few years with the bubble and then the restart last season, there's been a lot of basketball played, and I think it's impacted a lot of players. So I think moving forward, we'll get back to a level of normalcy with the rest and recovery of the offseason, and big-name stars will continue to excel and thrive in the years to come. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Knicks.
And a big part of their success was the second chance buckets they secured tonight.
Yeah, it's just proof that being aggressive on the boards can pay game-winning dividends.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Mitchell Robinson.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
That's good from Wood.
Really hard not to appreciate a steady big guy like Christian Wood. I mean, he knows his role out on the floor, doesn't try to do things he can't, and really gives it his complete effort and focus. I love that.
Now here's Rose. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.